What is up? Good morning and greetings, friends, and welcome to the Brightside, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to the Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on the Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called miraculous. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while it may seem like a miracle to some folks, this built-in healing, renewing, regenerating system is simply the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, we're here for you on the Bright Side. We welcome your phone calls at 855-660-4261. Let us help you get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program. 855-660-4261 is your number. If you have questions about ingredients, formulations, the longevity products, if you've read something in the news or you've heard a rumor about a formulation or about an ingredient or about a supplement, we can help clear it up for you, clear up the confusion for you at 855-660-4261. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear us advertise or recommend on the Bright Side, you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. And make sure you ask them about the Beyond Tangy Tangerine multivitamin mineral complex powder that you add to water and drink. It's a wonderful source of your B complex, vitamin C, fat-soluble nutrients, electrolytes, fruit and vegetable powders. It's just $50 a canister. Most folks will notice that they've got lower blood pressure, they're eating less food, they're losing weight, and they just feel better, more energy with just a dose of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Within a couple of days, you should start to notice results, and it's only $50 a canister. If you have a longevity business, it's a great way to introduce the longevity products to folks. Just a little bit of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Now the Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0, and it's around $50 a canister. You can find out all about it by calling the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. You can also head over to brightsideben.com and click on the Join the Team link. If you want to start yourself a longevity business for a one-time $10 fee, you can make some money selling longevity products and enjoy all the tax benefits associated with having your own business and help spread the word about the power and the importance of a good nutritional supplement program. All right, we are talking protein and muscle tissue and connective tissue, and really what we're talking about is how simple and how easy the reversal of the degenerative disease process is. Do not be confused, folks. It's very, very, very simple. First of all, you got to understand what's getting into the body, and second of all, you got to understand what's not getting into the body. That means foods, of course, working with the digestive system, eliminating problem foods, patching up leaky gut, using things like the Z-radical and probiotics and glutamine powder and protein, and, of course, getting yourself on a good nutritional supplement program, especially liquid nutritional supplements. I got a text today from somebody who said that they have a client who doesn't like liquid vitamins, who doesn't like liquid supplements. And that's very unfortunate because there's a tremendous advantage to using liquid nutrition and liquid supplementation. And that advantage is the nutrients go right to work. They bypass the digestive process. You don't have to dissolve the pills or break up the foods The liquid nutrients go right through the stomach, they go right into the intestine, and they're readily absorbed. Focus on liquids. And in the world of nutrition, liquid foods, easy to process foods, are called low residual foods. That means foods that don't have a lot of stuff associated with them that doesn't have anything to do with nutrition, stuff that the body has to process through to get to the good stuff, to get to the nutrients. Low residual foods, soups and juices and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. These are low residual substances that the body can take advantage of quickly. This is why people get such fast results with the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. This is why you use the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, or really any liquid nutrition, and you notice results within 1 or 2 doses. Especially if you have digestive problems, and 80 to 100 million people, maybe more, have digestive health issues, especially as we get older. So if you find yourself with some digestive problems, even if you don't, focus on low residual foods, that is pre-processed foods, smoothies, juices, soups, and liquid nutrition like the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. If you don't like the taste of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, use a smaller dose of it. You don't need to put 2 scoops in a glass of water or 2 scoops in a couple of glasses of water. Do just 1 scoop in 16 ounces of water and sip on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine all day long. That way you'll get the medicine, you'll get the active ingredients, you'll be able to take advantage of the nutrients, and you'll have it'll be palatable for you. Don't avoid the product entirely because you can't handle 2 scoops in a glass of water. That's maybe an intense dose for some folks and maybe too flavorful for some folks. So dilute it, water it down, and certainly don't feel like if you can't do 2 scoops, you don't have to do any of it. All right, we're talking connective tissue and muscle tissue, and last we spoke, we were talking about the electrical nature of connective tissue and muscle tissue. We've been talking about connective and muscle tissue. I call it the connective/muscle tissue matrix. We've been talking about this connective tissue/muscle tissue matrix for the last couple of days. I like to call this area of the body the meat of the body, and I like to call it the chassis. It's the building blocks. It's the home of the aging process, this chassis. And it may be, the muscle tissue connective tissue matrix may be the most important structure in all of biology. This all has to do with structure. Everything in nature has a certain structure. In the body, a structural framework, this connective tissue, muscle tissue framework, is based on the fact that connective tissue is like a biological wire, and muscle tissue hangs on this connective tissue. When you have prolapse or hernias, or you have accelerated aging, this framework is starting to fray, and the muscle tissue is starting to hang. Organs as well hang on this connective tissue, and when this connective tissue frays, organs can start to hang. Think of like Jell-O, a Jell-O dessert with pieces of fruit inside the Jell-O, embedded inside the Jell-O. Maybe you can think of Jell-O and then pieces of fruit embedded in this Jell-O dessert, and then the whole thing is covered with whipped cream. Let's say the Jell-O, it would be the connective tissue, muscle tissue matrix. The fruit inside would be all the organs and all the glands, and the whipped cream coating on the cover, on the outside part of the Jell-O dessert would represent our skin. That's the food version of the human body. Fruit and Jell-O and whipped cream covering the whole thing. Fruit are the organs and glands. The Jell-O is the connective tissue, muscle tissue matrix, and the epithelia, the covering, would be the whipped cream that covers the whole dessert. By the way, Jell-O is collagen, which makes this Jell-O dessert not only figuratively connective tissue, but actually literally connective tissue. So you got this whole Jell-O dessert, you got pieces of fruit hanging inside, and you got whipped cream on the top. That's basically what the body looks like, figuratively speaking, metaphorically speaking. And when we have aging, when we have accelerated aging, wrinkles, we got a Jell-O problem. You can play with the whipped cream all you want, but if you have a Jell-O problem, it's not going to help. Playing with the whipped cream doesn't help the Jell-O, and that's the problem with collapsing the whole body into one entity and not dividing it up into its components. When you rub something on top of your skin in order to address the connective tissue, muscle tissue matrix, say to protect yourself from wrinkles or to prevent wrinkles or to reverse wrinkles, you're basically working on the whipped cream and not the Jell-O. We need to work on the Jell-O. We need to work on the connective tissue and the muscle tissue, and the way you do that is by taking care of your nutrition. taking care of food, making sure you're not putting, I don't want to say crap, but really it is crap, lousy food into the body, foods that the body has a difficult time processing. This jello nature, this connective tissue, muscle tissue nature is piezoelectric. It's electrical. When you press the jello and relax the jello, when you compress the jello and then relax the jello, an electrical charge is generated, and this electrical charge helps sustain the cells that make up the jello, make up the connective tissue and muscle tissue. Hang tight. I'll tell you what I mean when we come back from our break. Our number 855-660-4261. You're listening to The Bright Side.
My name is Kay Swirling, and I am in the early part of my 10th decade. I want to discuss the issue of pharmaceuticals versus minerals and vitamin supplements. I remember a discussion between my mother and me. It was at that time that canned vegetables and fruits were introduced into the U.S. market. It was some time before my mother and others felt comfortable with food in cans. That was also the time when drugstores offered for sale cough syrup and aspirins and not much else. Let's fast forward to this decade, the here and now. Simple drugstores are large corporations with the message that they are the ones who have the power to cure human ills. Meanwhile, the battle continues with minerals and vitamins being the answer to human ills. Who will win the battle? I believe and hope it will be the belief in the power of vitamins and minerals over that of the toxic chemicals in prescription drugs. What do you think?
Hi, this is Steve Spillum for Midas Resources. In 1971, President Nixon took the United States off the gold standard and put us into a fiat currency. This allowed Congress and the Federal Reserve to create trillions of dollars out of thin air. The national debt has risen to incredible heights, and your hard-earned dollars by a small fraction of what they once did. The average life expectancy for a fiat currency is 27 years. The dollar is failing and on borrowed time. When currencies fall, people turn to gold and silver because gold and silver have been real money for more than 5,000 years. It is our mission at Midas Resources to help you preserve your capital. Don't let your personal savings shrink to nothing. For important free information on how you can protect your personal wealth, contact me, Steve Spillum, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 308. Call today while we are still accepting dollars for gold and silver. 1-800-686-2237, extension 308. Make a change in your financial security today. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 308.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
Do you owe the IRS money that you can't pay? Are tax liens and levies ruining your life? Are you tired of being afraid just to go to the mailbox? If this describes you, then Dan Pilla can help.
Hi, I'm Dan Pilla, and I've been solving tax problems for more than 30 years. In fact, I wrote the book that made it possible to negotiate settlements with the IRS, and I've helped thousands of people do exactly that. Call now at 800-346-6829 to learn how I can help you. You know your IRS debt will not go away by itself, but you don't have to live in fear anymore. New changes to IRS policies will help more people than ever before eliminate their debts once and for all. There's no need for you to suffer another day with IRS debt. Call 800-346-6829. I can help you eliminate wage and bank levies, release tax liens, and negotiate a settlement with the IRS that will put your tax nightmare behind you forever. Call 800-34-NO-TAX or go to my website, taxhelponline.com. That's taxhelponline.com.
Free from the shackles of corporate America, we're the place for independent thinkers. GCN.
back on the bright side. We got some lines open for you at 855-660-4261. Try to get on board early. We do first come, first serve, and I hate leaving people on hold. 855-660-4261 is our call-in number if you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, ingredients, formulations, skincare, the longevity products. 855-660-4261 is your Brightside call-in number. If you want to purchase any longevity products, head over to brightsideben.com, pull down on the shopping cart, and check out all the longevity products we have up, including the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. You can also call the Brightside